Then we came up with a whole bunch of other names. We were Brian Lee and the Mad Detectives.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't call ourselves. A friend of mine said, you call yourselves the Angry Dicks.
Angry Dick.
And I said, we can't go to our mothers
So
with
that's
that.
what.
When Hailstorm was here, I met Lizzie Hale and Joe on the street.
This guy meets
And-
everybody.
Yeah.
dude.
So I'm hanging out with them, and we're talking music. I told her the name of the band. I said, yeah, my band's called El Camino Burnout. And Lizzie just looks up, like the rock and roll gods. She looks up towards rock and roll gods and smiles and says, that's a great fucking name.
And just go on these solos and stuff like that, and especially between these two.
That's cool.
And it's so much fun. And they go back and forth and back and forth.
I'd point at Ryan, throw him to the wolves, and he'll sit there and just put his head down Linus style and fucking jam. And you'll sit there and just watch it. He'll come up with something. And
That's the thing.
I'm like, what the fuck? Where's that coming from, Ryan?
So that's the thing.
You know?
When it's live and the chips are down, that's
This
that's
guy
the
just
deal.
shows up.
You gotta tell us about the next show that you guys have going on.
Yeah.
Dig it, man.
October 22nd, Two Rivers Tavern.
October 22nd, Two Rivers Tavern. And
It's going to be X52 out of Utah. I
Okay.
got a band coming from Utah called X25,
X25 out of Utah.
and they're a blues rock, psychedelic type of thing happening there. They're a trio,
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
and so they'll go on open, and then we'll come on later. I don't know what time we'll come on, and we'll do hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay, I'm looking on my calendar right now. The 22nd is Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yep.
October 22nd. So you gotta check
Sábado
out.
Gigante.
El Camino. How did you guys get your name? Like, what? That's a dope rock and roll
Okay.
name. I don't know.
Okay, here we go.
How
Here
did
we
you get that
go.
name? Tell
Give
us
me
the
some
story.
love.
Here we go. You came up with the logo.
No, I came up with the
that is
name.
that
You
is
didn't come up with the name.
Yes, no.
The
you
name
here's
was
the deal.
mine.
No. Here's the deal.
Get it straight.
No,
I wrote
I'm
a
telling
song
you.
years
Yes,
ago.
He wrote a song.
Which we play.
It's an instrumental, and it's called El Camino Burnout.
Okay.
And I was like, dude, this is really cool because I have a background back east with blues, roots rock, surf rock. I played with this guy who was all about surf. He was Dick Dale, The Ventures, all this shit. And he played the song, and I was like, what is that? And it's called El Camino Burnout. I was like, that would be a really cool name for the band.
Then I forgot that.
Yes. It's your song. It's,
So who named the song first?
he named the
I
song.
did.
But I said that would be a cool name for the band.
Okay.
Yeah.
El Camino Burnout, because it's totally off the wall and it's got the right amount of syllables, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. But it's the song, and which is not on the first album.
It's gonna be on the next one.
It'll be on the next album, but it's an instrumental, and it's a really kick-ass
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's fun to
instrumental
play.
tune.
I wrote this song years ago about a friend of mine's El
and
Camino.
so that's where I'll
And-
take credit for the naming of the band, not the naming of the song.
No.
Do you guys do much instrumentals?
We
That's
Well,
hard
no,
too.
well,
it's kind of.
Yeah.
So
do
as a
covers.
song itself, El Camino Burnout is the only instrumental we do. Now, getting back to the band name, I wrote that song years ago, but I forgot about what Paul said because I wouldn't think about that. Then we came up with a whole bunch of other names. We were Brian Lee and the Mad Detectives.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't call ourselves. A friend of mine said, you call yourselves the Angry Dicks.
Angry Dick.
And I said, we can't go to our mothers
So
with
that's
that.
what it was when I joined the band. It was Brian Lee and the Angry Detective.
No,
I was
no,
so
no,
thankful.
Yeah, we couldn't be the
Brian
Angry
Lee and the
Thank you,
Angry
Paul.
Detectives.
No. It was we couldn't say Angry Dick, so it became Mad Detectives.
Mad Detective.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then it was that for a moment, and then we were like, we got to change the name.
But that was when he played that song. You played that song, I was like, dude.
So we had Spackleback, Love Without Lube,
Oh yeah.
all
were
these
so
stupid
dumb.
things. We were so dumb, okay? And
So
then
thank
one day
goodness.
I called Brian up and said, you know what, Brian? I love these bands that have an intro song. And I've got this song that I wrote years ago called El Camino Burnout. I think we should call the band El Camino Burnout
No,
after that
dude,
song.
man, I
That
will
was
fight
And then
you.
Paul steps up and
No.
says, hey, That was my idea first.
Totally
It was at the
I remember.
studio, and
I
I will
remember.
grab
See, I
John
don't.
James. I will grab John James, and he will probably verify it for you.
No, I can vouch
It's like-
for you on that
Yeah, it
one.
was like, dude,
I
what is
remember
this
calling-
song? This song, and this song is a kick-ass song. It's
Yep.
an instrumental,
You know-
and it's called El Camino Burnout. And I was just like, this is really cool. What's the name of the song? El Camino Burnout. That would be a
That'd be
kick-ass name for a band.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
And then, dude,
Can you
I was
imagine
going to be in
being-
a band that was going to be called the Tidy Cats. Are you kidding me? I was like, no, we're going to call that shit the Missing Link Band. What are you talking about?
Because, I mean, everybody I talk to, okay? I've got, all these friends, musicians all around the country, stuff like that. I tell them, the band's called, and they'll say, that's a great name, great name. When Hailstorm was here, I met Lizzie Hale and Joe on the street.
This guy meets
And-
everybody.
Yeah.
dude.
So I'm hanging out with them, and we're talking music. I told her the name of the band. I said, yeah, my band's called El Camino Burnout. And Lizzie just looks up, like the rock and roll gods. She looks up towards rock and roll gods and smiles and says, that's a great fucking name.
Thank me. Thank me.
At that moment I went,
But
know
if
what?
you didn't have that song,
That's right.
it wouldn't have never happened.
Nah, ain't no
If you
kidding.
didn't have that
But-
song, it would have never happened.
No, but it's solidified.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear it all the time from people.
Right.
But when she did that and said
You
that, I was
knew-
like,
you knew.
I knew at that moment,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good with it, man. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't gonna mistake it for anything else. I mean,
It's us.
Yeah.
And that takes us back to the songs.
Yeah.
The El Camino was that hybrid car.
Yeah.
It was so
Oh,
every
that's true.
every song
It's
is
not.
different.
Yeah.
Brian and I called each other and said, let's write a schizophrenic album. Why are we going to sit here and limit ourselves? So you got the ska
whole
song,
album
you
is a
got the
movie
surf
soundtrack.
ska song. It was written and put together like a movie soundtrack. If you listen to each
And
song,
it was fun to do just because we were just like trying anything different that
Yeah.
we have never done, other than things that were, done before in the bands that we have been in.
Yeah.
You stepped
Metal
out-
bands,
stepped out of your-
everything, casino bands, all that, and we're
Right.
just like, what can we do? And
when I was a
we
kid,
were just
Mexican
trying
music
to.
was, I was in a band playing Mexican music and oldies.
Wow.
So what happens? I said, I want to write a song that's in the style of Oingo Boingo, which takes me right back to the days of the Mexican music and all that stuff too. Doing that ska type of rhythm and what have you. And there's Nymphomaniac.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
You know?
And that was
With-
that was
with
one
the
of the
Spanish
songs that
horns and
sold
stuff.
me on the band. You
And
know,
this is
it's
all
just-
El Camino Burnout on Spotify.
Yeah,
The album's
it's all
on
there.
and it's on YouTube.
YouTube,
Yeah, CD
El
iTunes.
Camino Burnout.
Apple
Yeah, check that out.
Music,
Check it out.
Amazon Music, it's all there.
And who designed the logo? Because that's a badass logo.
Once again, I'll give him credit for that
Did
one.
you do the chevron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I didn't.
Yeah.
We had to be careful with that. But I was like, dude, I just saw Chevron, El Camino, and Burnout, and
First year El Camino had the chevron.
Huh.
First year had it.
But John James actually made it
He
our
made
own,
that.
so
Yeah,
there's
we found
no
the font
copyright
and
infringement.
everything.
Yeah, so,
yeah. So then got
It's
sued.
Airstream font, not Chevy font.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's $80 to buy the Chevy
It has
font.
nothing